Under the lights, speaking of facts, double the price, yeah. Under the lights, we covering sports, whatever you like, yeah. Home runs in the park, touchdowns in the end zone. Knockouts in the ring, buzzer beater for the win, go hard or go home. Find out who you are when you under the lights. That pressure made a star, right there. Under the lights, you looking for the best, tune in to Under the Lights. Yeah, yeah, Under the Lights.
Yeah. Welcome back to Under the Lights. We are your host. I'm Big Mike, and that's my guy, Jordan. What's up, boy?
Chilling, baby. Chilling. You know, another day, another dollar.
Another day, another dollar. You did that training shit?
Yeah.
I need to know update. Yeah. How you do? How you look out there? Honest right now. Don't be talking about you was out there looking cold.
It wasn't really like, this is my first time doing a trial. So there was like 40 niggas out there. It wasn't professional, something like I'm used to. So, you know, and the players aren't so great. So it wasn't like anything, you know what I'm saying? Like tomorrow we have like games and stuff. So when we do games now, I'm going to bust some ass. You know what I'm saying? Over there, there was no games. So it's not nothing like I could really impress. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
It wasn't like that. But tomorrow we playing games. So tomorrow when you ask what do, but then I'll tell you. Okay, I was busting niggas asses.
Hold on, say that again. You said so tomorrow when we do what?
Like when we do, because I know we don't do Wednesdays. Sometimes we do Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So like on the Thursday or the Friday when we on,
yeah,
I'll let you know because we I have a game with them.
You need to go out there and bust their ass. Going out there and bust their ass tomorrow. You know what I mean? Don't be bullshitting, pity-patting around. You know how you got the nigga, how you go hoop and shit. You got the nigga that he can really, really hoop. You know what I mean? But he's standing over there in the corner and shit like that. Nah, nigga, go get the motherfucking ball, bring the ball up the fucking court, nigga, and break a nigga off and go get a bucket. So go get the fucking ball, nigga, and zigzag your ass up the fucking soccer field, nigga, and go get a bucket. Go get a goal. Go get one. Yeah. Or assist or something. Just stand out. Don't be bullshitting around, man.
For sure. 100%. 100%. What you dealing with, though? You all right?
Straight, man. Another day, bro. God bless us, bro. We here, man. We here,
the Lakers got to win, so you feeling okay?
Man, beat the Raptors. Whoop-de-doo.
LeBron at the point. How you feeling?
I mean, LeBron, he can pretty much do that. You know what I mean? I see he's playing. Right now, he's playing point guard. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I see right now. He's not, in LeBron mode. You know what I mean? I mean, you know what I mean, like leader mode type shit. I got to get it done every night mode. Obviously, AD been stepping up, playing well every night. He's making an MVP case right now early on. You know what I mean? But yeah, I see LeBron and he's in point guard mode. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I see. But what I would like to see more, bro. I just want to see shots falling. You know what I mean? I know that it's not a good shooting team, but hell, they tried to address it. You know what I mean? Bringing Gabe Vincent in. You know what I mean? And it's just not. I don't know. It's just not connecting. You feel me? Bronny's in the G League now. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you right now, like Gabe Vincent, you can take your ass. They can take him with him. They can take him with him to the G League too, because he ain't doing shit. You know what I mean? And some nights I feel like D-Lo could take his ass there too. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, his IQ to me is so low. It's so fucking low, bro. He misses he misses so many opportunities. You know, he takes ill-advised shots. You're not looking up court. He missing people down court. It's just like, man, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like he can go too. You feel me? So, but they got to win against the Raptors. Whoop-de-doo. You feel what I mean? Oh, well. It's not the Nuggets. It's not the Warriors. It's not the Thunder. You feel what I'm saying? It's not none of them. The Mavs. It's not them. It's the Raptors. So it doesn't do too much for me. But anyway, man, let me stop being rude. For the viewers right now, I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button right here on YouTube so you can be up to date on all things under the lights. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts and Spotify right now, appreciate y'all as well. Keep listening, keep downloading. We see it. Appreciate y'all. We thank y'all. You understand? But y'all know we're here to talk sports. So that's what we're going to do. We ain't going to waste no more time. Jordan, you watched that game last night, the Rams and the Dolphins. Did you catch that?
I did.
So we all know, I mean, for the football fans that do know the Rams, you know, they took an L They took an L last night to the Dolphins, who won 2 games coming into this, who was on a 3-game losing streak. And the Rams was on a 3-game.
There's context to that, though.
I get it, but I'm just saying they was on a 3-game losing streak, and now the Rams was on a 3-game win streak. You know what I mean? So that win streak is over, and the losing streak is over for both teams. You feel me? So 23-15 victory. What you think about that game, man?
Yeah, man, it just seemed like it was just a masterclass of giving the ball, turning the ball over, man. you know what I mean? Like it wasn't worse than the Texans-Lions game. It wasn't worse than that. It wasn't, but it was damn near close, bro. You know what I mean? Like, these guys was giving the ball away to each other like no one's business, man. You know what I mean? And they were getting after Stafford, in the game. You know what I mean? Like, Stafford, I don't think he had the greatest of games. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of those stats are inflated, especially from the end of the game when they had to, they were allowing them to, not allowing them, but you know what I'm saying? They obviously didn't want the clock to stop. So they were protecting the outside and giving him the inside. He was getting some yards and all that. So, but Stafford was definitely, that's always the problem with not mobile quarterbacks, right? Like the thing is when you put them under pressure, that's what you want, right? You want quarterbacks to be under pressure, especially the ones that really can't move. And when you put a brother under pressure, there's that's what can happen. You know what I mean? Definitely their run game was non-existent, you know what I'm saying, as well, I would say. And it became, their wide receivers are good. I'm not going to lie to you, you know what I'm saying? But they just couldn't really get nothing going. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't really get nothing going.
Yeah.
During the first half, like, what was it? Like, the first half, they only had like 3 first downs at one point. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so they were definitely getting after him. And the Dolphins were looking like the fucking... What is it? What was it? Like freaking the Ray Lewis Baltimore Ravens, or are we looking like the Bears
defensively?
Fucking they was looking like it was confusing to me. You know what I'm saying? But I told you, say, hey, listen, they're inside now. They're inside. They're, nice and warm weather.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got Tua back, so don't think like Miami is a team that they can beat you. You know what I'm saying? They can beat you if they're in warm weather, and especially it's not like. I mean, not the Rams. The Rams were coming off some good wins, so it is kind of surprising. But all in all, I don't think, like, Miami don't look too, you know what I'm saying? Like, Tua didn't look too great either. Let me be honest with you.
No.
Tua didn't look too great either. Sometimes you got to throw the ball away. You know what I'm saying? Like, on that one play where no one was open and he's trying to run around like he's Michael Vick. Throw the ball away, brother. Throw the ball away. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if that's just a thing on, what is it? And then wait. And then what is he doing, bro? I know know what I'm talking about, bro. What is he doing trying to tackle this nigga with his helmet?
Listen, and he just came back. You know what I mean? I think Tua is, he's trying to prove people wrong. You feel what I'm saying? Because I think the first game he came back, he tried to run through somebody. You know what I mean? He started flexing his muscles and everything else. Like, bro, chill out. Chill out, bro. You literally fell forward into DeMar Hamlin's leg, and you was out. Yeah. Literally.
Yep.
You feel me? Luckily, he didn't lower his shoulder because he was falling forward. Falling forward and sliding is 2 different things. You fall forward, you dive forward, you can get popped.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? You sliding, it's different. So I think he don't want to wear a Guardian cap. I don't want to, you know what I mean? All right, cool. I just think he out here trying to prove people wrong, bro. I don't need that. I can do it. That's what I think. But
yeah,
oh well.
Yeah, like and there's other things in this game that kind of has me kind of feeling kind of ways. It's like, what are we gonna do with this Tyreek Hill situation? Because this man acting like, you know what I'm saying, like he can't like he don't look the same, bro. And I know they talking about his wrist or whatever but it's just like it don't look too good, man. You know what I mean? And what do you think? You think he should ask for a trade? You think he should, like what you thinking with Tyreek?
Bro, it's where he's at. You understand what I'm saying? Like the situation. You feel me? Like it's just not. I didn't think it was going to work anyway. I never thought Miami and Tua going. I mean, not Tua, but Tyreek going to Miami was like about to be this. Oh shit! I never thought that because of the quarterback. Real talk, because of the quarterback. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So Tyreek's still that dude. He just got to get a better quarterback. Period. You know, period. He ain't lost speed. He still know how to run routes. You know what I mean? It's you know what I'm saying? Like, boom. And plus, you know, he's gonna get a lot of attention as well. You feel me? So he's still that dude, bro. He's still that dude.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm with you that he's still that dude, but I mean, I would not like to see a talent like him go to waste.
It's time to go. There. It's time to go.
You understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And that was like a big thing for me. Like, first off, Tua's doing a bit too much. I feel like, I think, you know, I know as football, you want to show that, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm a man, or I'm a leader, or I'm a leader still, whatever it is. So you want to do certain things on the field, but it's like certain situations, man, I don't think no one's going to sit there and be like, okay, or, you know, you didn't try and tackle this guy, or, you know, but it's like there's different ways to tackle him as well. Like, do something else. But during the game, like, you know, I know, you know, 20 for 28, but you know what I'm saying? There were certain things, you know, that was good, you know what I'm saying? There was, but I just feel like we know that there's a lot of dimping and dunking over there with them, you know what I'm saying? Especially with that team, a lot of misdirection plays, and you know what I'm saying? But there, you know, he had obviously a few big plays, and there was a lot of yards after the catch plays, a lot of yak. So it's like, I just feel like this team is not, usually this team is a team that, you know, they're going to be putting up 40 points on a team, and they were struggling throughout the game. Yeah. You know what I mean? And a lot of turnovers from both teams. So it's just like, I'm not really too, you know, the game was a decent, it wasn't really a great game. It's a defensive game. I guess if people like defense, It's a defensive game, a lot of turnover games. So, you know what I'm saying? People getting after the quarterback, you know what I'm saying? Something maybe you like to do, you know what I mean? Like, you know, something like that. But, you know, it didn't show me nothing. It showed me that obviously the Rams, I was speaking about the Rams, that they was making moves. You know what I'm saying? This definitely put a dent in that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Losing to a team that doesn't have their quarterback for how long? They've come back. This is the second week in a row with having Tua back, and they lost to this team that probably lost some continuity. And you know, there's a quarterback that is coming from concussion protocols, getting licked in his head during the game. You know, damn near could have been another concussion there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, so I wasn't too pleased with the Rams. I was quite disappointed, if you ask me.
Well, I mean, everything you said was true. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, it ain't too much more to say, but you talked about the offensive struggles for the Rams. You talk about it being a defensive battle in the first half, well, pretty much throughout the majority of the game. You feel me? Self-inflicted wounds for the Rams. They had that tip pass that turned into an interception. They had the fumble from the running back, and then they had the high snap. They made them lose a bunch of yardage. So self-inflicted wounds like that, man. They was getting after Matt Stafford, only rushing 4, and was still getting to the quarterback. He had missed opportunities in the red zone. It was 0 for 2, and on the last red zone attempt, he had Kyron. This was when it was
running back right.
It was right there in his face. But he threw it to the back of the end zone, and it didn't connect. You know what I mean? It just wasn't a good night for the Rams, bro. The Dolphins did just enough, you know what I mean, to win the game. But at the end of the day, in the second half, they scored on every drive, you know what I mean, except for the last drive, you know, which was a kneel down. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it just wasn't a good night. But it was 1 for 10 on third down. You know what I'm saying? The Rams 1 for 10.
Third down was poor.
Yeah, I think the Dolphins was at 50% at one point in time, but then they missed the last third down, so that brought the percentage down a little bit. But yeah, bro, I mean, like I said, it just wasn't a good night for the Rams. I'm not gonna count them out, you know what I mean, over a bad night, but last night it just wasn't a night for sure. So it is what it is.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, but looking at their schedule, that's what you know. You know, they got the Eagles, they got Buffalo, they got San Francisco. Yeah. Let me tell you something, man.
Yeah.
Lose a couple of them games, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You know, depending on who, you know, how the rest of, you know, what do they want? You know, wild card?
Well,
what do we look
at? Well, here's the thing. You know what I mean? They got the Patriots next. I think they can get that. You already know I'm taking us against the Rams all day long. That's an L. They got the Saints, and then they got the Bills. You know what I mean? What if that's one of those days Josh Allen is down? You feel what I'm saying? He's kind of like, when we talk about Josh Allen, does he kind of like not Anthony Davis, how we should talk about him? He's up, up, and then boom, he'll give you 31 game, and then it's 9. And then it's 28 and 15 and 4, and then it's 13. You feel what I'm saying? So what if this is that 13 day for Josh Allen? I can't definitively say they're just going to go and just beat their ass, because what if it's just one of those days? I'm only going off of that. What if it's one of those days for Josh Allen? They beat the Niners already, so even if they lose, that's a split. They got the Jets, the Cardinals, and the Seahawks. You feel me? So it ain't over. It ain't over. Not yet. It's not over. And that Matt Stafford is still their quarterback. You feel me? The Dolphins just had a really good night. Like I said, they was getting to the quarterback with 4. They just getting their offensive line back intact from guys being injured. So this is their first game back as well. So it was just some miscommunications on the offensive line. You know what I mean? And Miami they took advantage of it all night long, bro. So we'll see how they look the rest of the season. But yeah, if we sticking with the NFL, and then let's stick with the same division, in the NFC West, you know, obviously that's the Cardinals who lead the division. That's the 49ers who's second in the division. That's the Rams now. And then I think it's the Seahawks, whatever the case may be, right? The Cardinals are 6-4. Okay?
Yes.
They're 6-4. So they're getting some wins, right? Are they a sleeper team in the NFC? Are they a sleeper team?
What?
What I'm saying, that a sleeper in this aspect, a sleeper, not just getting to the playoffs. I'm talking about getting there, getting a win, and then coming close or even possibly winning a second playoff game. You feel what I'm saying? Like a team that could go through and up. Because I think if any team they play in the NFC, I think it'll be an upset. Ain't nobody looking at the Cardinals like that. They go out there and beat the Lions. They go out there and beat us. They go out there and beat, you know what I mean, one of these other teams, bro. That's going to be an upset. You feel what I'm saying? So are they one of those teams that can go in there and upset somebody in the playoffs? Because if they win the division, they're going to get a home playoff game. Can they go on the road and get a win and upset somebody?
I mean, okay. I don't know. You can go. What do you think?
Look, bro. You remember I told you about Kyler Murray. I just feel like he can't close. You feel what I'm saying? And they are 6-4 right now. They are 6-4. But, you know, they losing to good teams, and they ain't beating a lot of good teams, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, they did beat the Rams. It was 41-10, right? That was no Puka, and Cooper Kupp went out that game. They did beat the 49ers, and they was down 10. They came back and won that game. They beat the Chargers. And you keep talking about the Chargers like they this team that's some really good team. I can go through their wins as well, bro. They beat the Raiders 22-10. The Raiders. I'm talking about the Chargers because the Cardinals beat the Chargers, and I remember when I talked about the Chargers, you was like, you keep talking about the Chargers. They're a good team. They got a winning record. So I'm just going through the W's for the Chargers for you. The Raiders, 22-10. The Panthers, 26-3. They beat Denver 23-16. And I promise you, if they had a better quarterback like he was better at that moment, present in time, they would have won that game. They beat the Saints 26-8. They beat the Browns 27-10. And they just beat the Titans 27-17. Them ain't no teams. They lost to Pittsburgh 20-10. They lost to the Chiefs 17-10, and they just lost. They lost to Arizona 17-15. They not a good team like that. But that's my opinion. Hold on, that's just my opinion. And then back to the Cardinals, they beat Miami 28-27. You know what I'm saying? Miami was 2-4 at that time. The Bears, they beat them 29-9. That ain't saying much. We know what happened. What was going on with them. They had 0 touchdowns in that game. They only made three field goals. Talking about the Bears, and they beat the Jets this past Sunday, 31-6, to put them at 6-4. They lost to the Bills, 34-28, after being up 17-3. Lost to the Lions, Commanders, blown out by the Commanders, and blown out by the Packers. So they ain't beating no real good teams either. And I just said I'm not closing the door on the Los Angeles Rams. I'm just not. I think the Rams is the sleeper team still right now at 4-5. I think they still a sleeper team, and I still think they can go out there and get dubs. And I'm going off of the better quarterback, right? The better quarterback. That's what I'm going off of.
So The Rams sleeper team.
Yep.
So is San Francisco a sleeper team?
Nah, because we're expecting San Francisco's back healthy now. They got a whole lot of weapons. You feel what I'm saying? We're expecting San Francisco to do what they do. We're expecting that. You feel them? That's what I ain't got them as a sleeper team.
Are you just talking about that division, or are you talking about the NFC as a whole?
Just the NFC. In the NFC.
So is the Commanders a sleeper team?
Bro, they 7-3.
I know that. But still, I don't think no one has them going to no Super Bowl. That's for damn sure.
No, and I'm with you with that. But what I'm saying is they was leading the division for the first 9 weeks of the season. That ain't no sleeper. You feel me? I can see if they right now they was 5-4. You know what I'm saying? And they lost some close games. You know what I mean? They could easily be 7-2 or 8-1 type shit. You feel what I'm saying? I wouldn't call them a sleeper. Not to me.
Okay, so then yeah, maybe. I mean, it all depends on what we're calling it, because then I could say Green Bay. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I could say Green Bay. But if we go on for a team that isn't really, I would say Tampa Bay, because Tampa Bay, all their guys is out, man.
Yep.
And we know if a couple of those guys were still playing, they might even have a few more wins and less losses. Yep. You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
You know what I mean? Even though they still had opportunities to win games without those guys too. Right. You know what I mean? So that shows that they're at least they're a good team. That's a good football team, even though they're 4-6. But if you ask me, if we talk about teams that looks like they're kind of, then I can go with the Rams with you. You know what I mean? I can go with the Rams with you
because look,
you know
do we think the Rams would be? Do we think the Rams right now would be 4-5? Had Puka and had Cooper Kupp not have to miss all of that time? I don't believe so. I don't believe they'd be right in 4-5. They were just on the 3-game win streak.
Yeah, they lost to Green Bay.
Yeah.
If you're saying that they would have beat Green Bay with them, they lost to the Bears in that defense.
Yeah, and those guys was out.
Yeah, they lost to the Cart 41-10. That's an ass whooping.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, yeah.
And then they lost to Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
So they still would have had a few losses on that resume. You feel what I'm saying?
I think name them teams again.
So they lost to Green Bay. They lost to the Bears.
They could beat Green Bay if they had Cooper Kupp in there. I'm sorry, because Jordan Love been turning the ball over all season long.
Yeah, I don't even know if that game was with Jordan Love.
Oh, okay. Well, that's even more reason I think they would have won.
They lost to the Bears with that defense. They lost to Arizona, and they lost to Detroit.
I don't think they losing to the Bears with Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. At all.
Well, shit, they just lost to Miami.
Yeah, they did. Just wasn't their night, though. We can't say this night is gonna happen like that all the time, bro. This just wasn't their night.
Yeah, I hear you. And I'm a Rams guy. Last year I was a Rams guy.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? I was a Rams guy.
So who was a sleeper then to you? Who was a sleeper to you?
I would probably say Green Bay.
Okay.
Let me say Green Bay, because Green Bay is a team that they have some bad losses and they have some good wins. You know what I mean? And Jordan Love is a guy, or the Green Bay Packers. You know what I'm saying? With that offense, they sometimes can go after and get a win, man. They can go after and get a win, especially in the playoffs. Because even last year they went out and they got a win.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And they could have won the next game after that too.
Okay. All right.
So if you telling me, and it's not like they lost to the Eagles by 5 points.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They lost to Minnesota by 2 points. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
So and they lost to Detroit by 10, and that's when what's his name? What was he throwing the ball away like no one's business? What we talking about? Oh no, they threw that. Yeah, 1 interception, 0 TDs. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like they had close calls in games. So if you're gonna tell me a sleeper team that can win a playoff game, I'm gonna go with the Green Bay Packers, baby. I'm gonna go with the Green Bay Packers.
Okay, cool. Well, we shall see how this shit unfold. We shall see. So now, quick question. You remember coming into the season, I had the Jets as a sleeper team in the AFC, and obviously I was 100% wrong, 110% wrong about that all the way. You feel me? Is there a sleeper team in the AFC that you can think of right now?
A sleeper team in the AFC.
Yeah, if it's a sleeper.
Honestly, I think that they're top heavy. Like, I feel that the teams that are the better teams, in like Buffalo, Baltimore, Kansas City, it's like I don't think any of the other teams. It's going to be one of them three, bro.
Yeah,
it's going to be one of them three, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So like when you tell me sleeper team right now, like in the AFC, I can't really give you one. If you're gonna force my hand, Houston, I don't know.
They can't. But
you know what I mean?
Okay. I mean, they are leading their division. You know what I'm saying? But okay, you saying all right.
Because no one believes in Houston. But if you're gonna give me, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to say this. Okay. I'll say it like this. The Bengals, then.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Because they at least have an offense where, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're already 4-6 right now. They might not get into the playoffs. But if they get into the playoffs, I don't think no one really is going to be like, oh, I'm getting ready to play Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Even though their defense is not good, but they have moments where their defenses can stop some folks. You know what I'm saying? But then they have moments where they can't. But my whole thing is, if you have a Joe Burrow on that side and a Jamar Chase on that side in the playoff game at a 4-6 record right now, I could say that's a sleeper team. Like, if we're gonna say that, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs. So if it's a team that's gonna make the playoffs and be a sleeper team, I might have to say Houston, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think Houston is going to do anything. Don't get me wrong. Like, because you're forcing my hand right now.
You're right.
You're forcing my hand.
Hey, I'm with you. I got the Bengals as a sleeper team in the AFC, bro. And I honestly think they're going to get into the playoffs. You know what I mean? I think they're going to beat the Chargers. I think they're going to split with the Bengals. I mean, with the Steelers. Real talk. Because the first game is in Cincinnati.
5-7.
Huh?
So they're going to beat who? So they'll be 5-6.
So they'll be 6. I think they're gonna beat the Chargers. They're 4-6 now. I think they beat the Chargers. I think they beat the Steelers. So that's 6-6. Then they got the Cowboys. 7-6. Then they got the Titans. 8-6. Then they got the Browns. 9-6.
9-6, maybe depending on how the defense comes that day.
I think Joe Burrow gonna get them together.
And if Jameis Winston wants to be Tom Brady that day.
Yeah, okay, I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? If they defense is clicking and Jameis out there looking like he did against y'all the first time he played this season, that's a difference. Okay, cool. Because that's a recipe for disaster. You got an offense scoring and you got defense clamping shit up. And they got guys out there that can cover. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they got the Broncos. I think they beat the Broncos because of the rookie Bo Nix. That's why. Unless he's going to make a jump within these next few weeks. You feel what I'm saying?
He hasn't been playing bad.
No, he hasn't. Terribly. He hasn't. But I think bro, listen. Joe Burrow is out here dueling with y'all, my nigga. Dueling with y'all.
That was one day against y'all. He got his ass whooped.
No, that's fine. That's fine. But y'all a prominent team in the league too. You feel what I'm saying? He dueling with y'all. I don't think
Mike. I told you, Big Mike. Division games is different, bro.
But listen, I know that. I'm understanding that, and I know that 100%. But still, bro, I think the Broncos with Bo Nix, he just not on that level right now. You know what I'm saying? That's just how That's me. That's just me. So we're looking at what? What we're looking at was that tennis? Was that tennis?
They have to win out, damn near, almost. They have to win out,
bro. I think what I'm saying is, I think they absolutely can. You know what I mean? I think they can, bro. I think that's the sleeper team for me. Yeah, I think they split that one though.
That means they're 10-7.
Okay, and listen,
in every other game.
Okay, listen, and then at that 10-7, that'll get them the 7th spot. That'll get them the 7th spot. The Colts ain't doing jack shit. You know what I'm saying? The Colts ain't doing shit. They gonna jump up. I think they're gonna beat Denver. You know what I'm saying? They gonna get that 7th spot, bro. The Miami ain't on shit. We know New York, New England, they ain't on nothing. It's up for grabs, and I think they can get it. The Colts gonna fall down. They gonna fall down, bro. They gonna keep on falling. You know that. I know that. Unless you're telling me they about to just start stringing along wins. Stringing along.
What about Miami? What about Miami?
Bro, nigga, they fucking 3-. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. No.
Yo, they got the Patriots. They got Oakland next.
Yep.
They got the was it Las Vegas? Not Oakland. Is it?
I know what you mean. The Raiders.
The Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
They got the Patriots. Then they got Green Bay. Then they got the Jets, and they got Houston.
They got two for sure losses coming.
And San Francisco.
They got
Cleveland,
three
Jets.
Listen to me. Listen. Where's that game at for Cleveland? And where's it at?
At Cleveland.
It's gonna be cold, Playboy. It's gonna be cold. You know it's gonna be cold in Cleveland, baby. We talking about Cleveland. Hold up. You said we talking about, let's see. They're going to lose to the Packers. They're going to lose to the Texans. They're going to lose to the 49ers. And it's in Cleveland at 8. Oh, my God. December 29th at 8:20 p.m. It's going to be cold as fuck in Cleveland. It's going to be cold as hell in Cleveland, bro. And understand this. That last game with the Jets, the last game is in New York in January 5th. It's going to be the 4th. It's a flex game. It's going to be the 4th or the 5th. It's going to be in New York. Even if the even if the Dolphins had a chance to get in, the Jets is going to go out there and try to bust their ass so they don't get in. And it's going to be cold. They're not making the playoffs, bro. The Bengals going to be in that 7th spot.
You're basically banking that these guys win out and lose one game, bro.
They're going to win. I bet they're going to make the playoffs. Let's add that to our bet. The Bengals make the playoffs. Unless something dramatic happens with Jamar Chase is out. You know what I mean? We already know. I don't know what's going on with T. Higgins, but you know what I mean? I think they still get in.
Next week. Should be. I'm not. It's going to be a difficult one, man. I can see them beating Dallas, maybe Tennessee, but Cleveland, Denver, and the Steelers, man, Cleveland's going to be a dogfight because it's a
division game. I'm with you,
a division game, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like, we've seen Burrow and them lose these games, bro.
They ain't going to lose them.
They're not, like, listen. What do they say in football all the time, bro? You are what your record says you are most of the time, bro.
But listen, at this time of the year and later on, this when Joe Burrow start heating up. His early months, September and shit, terrible records. He start heating up at this time. They go get into them playoffs for real.
Usually it's in the beginning he's bad, and then he heats up. But then he's still been losing games.
Wait till this November and in December. Watch what I tell you. They get into them playoffs. We just go wait to see, man. That's my sleeper team, though. Yes, your sleeper team too, nigga. What you arguing before?
I know.
All right.
I know.
All right, so look. We about to jump into the new segment once again, Jordan's Web. And for the ones who don't know, Jordan's Web is the list of 5 NBA and NFL teams that have caught his attention. When you think of a spider web, you walk past a spider web, you get caught in the web. So these are the things, these are the teams that Jordan that have caught Jordan's attention throughout this week of the NFL and NBA. So now that we've been talking football, we're going to start with the NFL. Jordan, it's on you, my guy. Take it away. Go ahead, give me your list of the top 5 NFL teams. Let's go.
All right, man. So there's been teams that it's been in the web list has somewhat stayed has stayed on the web. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously previous victories and all that. But some teams can slip depending upon how they won, depending upon who they lose to or who they beat and how they win. All these things play into effect, okay? Mm-hmm. So, we're going to start off at the number 5 spot. You understand me? Mm-hmm. Number 5 spot, you can write it down or you can pop up on the screen. The team is the Buffalo Bills. I got the Bills at 5, okay? You know what I'm saying? They got wins against the Colts, Miami, Seattle, the Jets, Arizona. I'm giving them, and the reason why I put them in there, let me forget about that. We can talk, because when you argue with me or when we have this debate, then we can start getting and chiming into that. At 4, I got the Ravens. The Ravens are at 4. You know what I'm saying? With wins against the Commanders, Bills, Denver, and the Bengals twice. You know, division games, we've seen them with, Lamar Action Jackson, MV3. We don't have to say much about them. You know what I'm saying? I think they're obviously is poor defensively at the past game, and they got to fix that up if they want to actually try and win the Super Bowl, all right? At 3, we got the Steelers. All right, I've always had the Steelers at 3. They've won previous games in the last ranking, so they stay put. They haven't, they beat the Falcons, Denver, Chargers, and Commanders. I think they had a big win against the Commanders just on this week, and they're gonna stay put, right? But it's gonna change because they're about to play the Ravens, so someone's gonna go up and someone's going down. You understand me? At number 2, I got the Kansas City. I got Kansas City at 2. The reason I have Kansas City at 2 is they should have lost that game. I'm gonna be honest with you, and it wasn't like pretty how they were playing against the Denver Broncos. I know that Denver Broncos is a great defense and all that, but you can't. I just think that they're not playing the best and they're undefeated, right? I think they can be playing much better, and God damn it, they can be like, what is it, 6-3 or I don't know, because they've pushed a lot of luck, okay? But that's why they're at number 2, and that means at number 1, I got the Detroit Lions. And the reason why I have the Detroit Lions, because how they won, they've been winning some good wins previously, but how they won that game despite turning over that football a bunch of times, right? And you could say one of them doesn't count because, it was a Hail Mary, whatever the case may be. But they had 5 turnovers, and they still got out there with a win against a good team, right? They're a good team. I don't want to say great. They're a good team. You know what I'm saying? Houston. But I think that type of win showed me that they can win in all types of ways. And they have a great defense. Plus, they have a great offense, right? So right now, the Kansas City, though, their offense isn't humming. They have a great defense. So that's why I'm going to put Detroit over them in my web list. Talk to me, baby.
Who's honorable mention?
Okay, my honorable mention at 6 would be Philly is at 6. And then on that drop, because they dropped out of my top 5, which was Minnesota, and they'll be 7th, right? Because the reason why I have Minnesota is because they have some good wins during their season. And that's to only be fair, right? If we're talking about wins, who they have beat is important as well, because Minnesota has beat some good teams. All right, so that's why I have them at 7. And then at 8, I have Arizona because they're starting to win some games.
No. You said 2 teams. You said 2 honorable mentions.
I'm just showing what I have. I'm just showing what I have, baby. I'm just showing what I have. But that's the list right there, and it is fluid. And teams can drop, teams can come up. You know what I mean? It's just how you win, I think, is important to me. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what I have that. That's why I have in certain teams in certain places. Talk to me, baby.
Okay. So who is Buffalo beat? Or Buffalo was they did lose 2 straight games, and they wasn't even in your top 5 at that time. Right?
Yeah.
They wasn't even in your top 5 at that time.
Yeah.
How do they just jump my Philadelphia Eagles and get into the top fucking 5? And we was on the honorable mention on your web list last week, and we still winning. We still winning because How do we stay put and get jumped by Buffalo? I'm not. That's
because
they beat the Titans, the Seahawks, the Dolphins, and the Colts. They are all trash.
Yeah, and so Philadelphia's wins. Green Bay, the Saints.
That's earlier this season.
Cleveland, New York, Bengals, Jaguars, and then Dallas. And it's no wrong. Being 6 is not right. You're hanging right in there. They're climbing. You feel what I'm saying? You're climbing. You feel me? You're climbing, baby. But the Bills, you know what I'm saying? They had the Colts, which was a team that was somewhat 500 just
man, they are ass.
Hey, this is just what it was. And they beat Arizona. You know what I mean? They beat Arizona as well. So, you know what I'm saying? Then you have a MVP candidate in Josh Allen.
Arizona.
So I'm going to bump him ahead because we have at least an MVP candidate. And the team that he has less weapons than most players. And they're still 8-2. Nobody expected Buffalo to be 8-2 right now with the weapons that they have.
Titans,
you feel what I'm saying?
Seahawks, Dolphins, Colts. Okay. Jets. Lost the Texans, though. Smacked by the Ravens.
Got smacked.
Okay. All right. Whatever. I don't agree with that. I think my team should at least be in this motherfucking top 5. You know what I'm saying? I get, okay, you said Detroit. You said, okay, Detroit. We ain't there, nigga. We ain't top 5 on your shit. You feel me? So, so you still got KC number 2, even though they undefeated. You know what I'm saying? You got them number 2.
Yeah, because it's just not like, remember, how you win and all that is important to me too. You feel what I'm saying? And they honestly, they should have lost that game. They didn't play well.
No, they didn't.
They didn't play well. And
they didn't.
The reason why I have Detroit is because Detroit is Houston, which Houston is better than Denver. You know what I'm saying? And that team, even though they turned over the ball, showed me that because they have previous wins where they've blown the fuck teams out. You feel what I'm saying?
They've blown
teams out.
Are they better than Denver?
Who?
Houston.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They can beat Houston with that defense.
Maybe.
Way C.J. Stroud played around some rattle. Defense. He get a little rattled. Way we looking yesterday.
This isn't.
Or Sunday.
If doesn't mean Denver can beat a team, or a team can beat a team doesn't mean they're better than them.
I'm just saying. All right. So Detroit 1, KC 2. You got Pittsburgh 3. They stayed put. Baltimore is 4th. And Buffalo is 5. That is crazy. Philly, my Eagles is honorable mention in the 6th spot. That's bullshit. And you got Minnesota. You hanging on to Minnesota. They just beat the Jags 12-7.
Minnesota has great wins.
Hey, listen, bro. Listen. I hear you. Great. But when you go out here and listen, when you ranking shit and you go out here and win 12-7, 12-7. You
dropped, bro.
Huh?
They dropped.
That ain't too honorable, but all right. Whatever.
They dropped. No, they dropped. They got good wins, bro. So we can't sit there and act like
they do, but you keep basing that shit off of earlier in the season. You know what I'm saying? They did lose 2 straight as well, and you had them dropping down 1 spot. So you know what? Like I say, I'm not surprised at the list. It is what it is. I'm not surprised. He gonna keep fading my Eagles. That's cool. You know what I mean?
Maybe they gonna jump in there, baby.
We gonna jump in there. Ain't that some shit? We gonna all right. Listen, like I said,
who do you guys play next? Because next
Commanders.
Week be that.
It could be that week.
There we go.
Commanders. We got the Commanders next week. We got them on Thursday Night Football. We got a short week.
Commanders might jump ahead of y'all, so you better watch out. Don't lose that game.
We shouldn't lose. We shouldn't go nowhere. Minnesota lost 2 straight, and they ain't move out of top 5. Fuck you talking about? That sorry ass list.
Good losses, bro. Good losses.
Good losses. Get the fuck out of here. We about to move on. This nigga's ridiculous. Anyway, man. So we're gonna transition to the NCAA college football. Listen, man. Let me get my attire right. I got to get my attire right because people have been playing by my guy Coach Prime. They've been playing by my guy, Coach Prime. They've been playing with his name. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and put my blenders on, my Prime, my Coach Prime's on. You understand me? Because we ain't no longer coming. We here. We're here. You understand me? So listen, we see that the Colorado Buffaloes right now, coached by Deion Primetime Sanders, they are playing very well this season. They are 7-2 on the season after coming off of a 4-8 season last year. A lot of people didn't believe. A lot of people was shitting on Coach Prime. A lot of people had negative things to say about Coach Prime and everything else, saying he couldn't coach. All he wanted to do was all he cared about is clicks and likes and things like that. When they come into the building, everybody plays their best because they really thought they want to beat Coach Prime. That's what they wanted to do. So the spotlight was on them. You know what I mean? But they have turned that completely around. Jordan, how impressive is this season for Colorado? You understand me? Because you was also one of the ones that was running your fucking mouth and was talking a bunch of shit about the Colorado Buffaloes. So please tell me how impressive this season, is for the Colorado Buffaloes. Excuse me?
What was I saying previously about them, though? That's what I want to know, because I was right. You said that they was going. I said, no, they're going to lose their games, and they lost their games last year.
All I told you, we're going to make believers out of people. You know what I mean? So, that's so. So keep on. Go ahead. Well, how impressive is this season for the Colorado Buffaloes? You want me to take it or you can go?
I mean, you could take it. It's your segment right here, baby. Do what you got to do, man.
Well, this is our segment because I want to know how you feel. But anyway, listen. This season that's going on in Colorado, in Boulder, Colorado, is extremely, very, very impressive. I want people to understand and remember this. Coach Prime inherited a 1-11 football team. When he got there, he had over 60 new transfers, bro. Over 60 new transfers and a brand spanking new coaching staff. That's basically an expansion team. Keep it 100. That's basically starting up a franchise like the Minnesota Timberwolves in 1989 or some type of shit, and then boom. You know what I mean? They went 4-8 the first year he was there. That's a 3-game improvement with a freaking expansion team. You understand what I'm saying? Like, who the hell goes from 1-11 to winning 7, 8, 9 games? Who does that? Nobody does that, bro. You got to build. You got to build. Like I said, this is basically an expansion team. You got to build. They built a better coaching staff this offseason. They got in Robert Livingston. He's from the Bengals. They got in Phil Loadholder, former dog NFL offensive lineman in the NFL. Pat Shermer, former offensive coach, coordinator in the NFL, dog. And they got Warren Sapp, a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? That's just to name a few. You understand what I'm saying? They had to get more recruits, and they did that. They did that. They got bigger at the offensive line to protect Shedeur Sanders. Understand this, bro. Last season, through the first 9 games, Shedeur Sanders was sacked 46 times through the first 9 games. 52 times total. I thought the man was going to have back surgery. I mean, he was getting hit in the back every single play. Every which way, he was getting popped. You understand me? Through the first 9 games this season, he's 28 sacks. He got sacked 28 times. That's progression. That's progression. You understand? Battle tested is what the Colorado Buffaloes are. They know the spotlight is on them. They know, and they still go out there and they prove and they shine. They 7-2 for a reason, because they're out there balling under the lights, and they embrace all the hate. They still embracing all the hate, and it's not affecting their style of play. You understand? And it's been led by Shedeur Sanders, who is leading the way for the Colorado Buffaloes, over 300 yards a game. And in every single game this season, he has led the opposing team's quarterback in passing yards. So he's been a lead passer in every single game. Obviously, they got Travis Hunter, the Heisman Trophy winner, which he should be, 69 receptions, 856 yards, and 9 touchdowns. And he's a lock-up corner on defense, locking up. We've never seen nobody do it like he's doing it right now. Still got Jimmy Horn as a weapon, LaJohntay Wester, Will Shepard. These are speedsters, boys that can run and can get open and run routes. You feel what I'm saying? Listen, and they winning against teams that people didn't expect them to, because everybody was expecting the same results. Like it wasn't going to get no better. This, that, and the third. You know what I mean? So me, in my opinion, this is very great. Very great. They will be in a bowl game this season, and this is the first time they've been in a bowl game since 2020. They was in the Alamo Bowl against versus Texas, and they got their ass clapped 55-23. They could have stayed home for that shit. You understand what I'm saying? So what Colorado is doing is fucking fabulous. 7-2. He was ended 4-8 last season, made a big turnaround, and they got more games to win this season. You understand me? All I want to know is this: where the non-believers at? Where the non-believers at, and do you believe now? Do you believe now? So that's where I'm at with it. This is a fabulous season for the Colorado Buffaloes, and we ain't done yet.
I mean, what you said was fine and dandy. You know what I mean? He's definitely turned that program around. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? They're 7-2. They ranked 18th in the country. You know what I mean? And they're trying to get into they said that they're trying to get into that playoff. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's 12 teams now.
Even though I don't know why Miami dropped 8 from losing one fucking game.
Well, it's because of who they lost to. Georgia Tech.
That's correct.
Georgia Tech is nobody expected that.
I hear you, but other teams lost like that, and I think sometimes teams get favored a bit more than others. I mean,
listen, when in college football, bro, it goes off of your power. You feel what I'm saying? Your power. Miami, you know what I'm saying? Miami, it was a good team, but they're still not one of them SEC teams. You feel what I'm saying? They good, real good, but the power, you know what I mean? Nah, and then you go out there and lose to Georgia Tech. You feel me? So
I hear you, but that quarterback is nice, bro.
Yeah, Cam Ward. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Definitely up there for the Heisman as well. But yeah, man. I mean, I'm with you. What you're saying? There's nothing that you know. What I'm saying he definitely turned things around. And now they're 7-2, and they're obviously in a bowl game, and they're gonna try and win their next 2 games and get into, and hopefully try and get in there. hopefully with some other teams losing and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I don't see nothing wrong with what you said. You didn't say nothing wrong. You know what I mean? I think what it was last year people thought that when they came out hot that they were gonna stay like that, and then they were just like, yo, like it's just like it's not gonna happen, bro. You feel me? And then that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? So then that's where people were kind of right in that aspect. But now this year, I think obviously they've even though they lost one big game by a lot one time, but you know what I'm saying, they've bounced back and has started winning some games. Shedor's playing well. The whole the offensive line doing a bit better of a job. There's sometimes where they aren't. You know what I'm saying? Defensively, some players are making plays defensively because I think they have playmakers on the defensive side of the ball. You know what I'm saying? So, they've been doing well. So I have nothing to really say about that. They've been doing well. I don't know, even if they make it, they ain't gonna win. Like, I don't think they're gonna win or something like that. They just don't have enough talent. You know what I mean? All around the board, across the board. But if you're telling me Prime has definitely done a good job, bro. Like, shout out to Coach Prime. There's no hate from me or nothing like that. But I think he's done a hell of a job. You feel me? Like, if you're bringing a team that a program that wasn't doing so well and then has brought them to prominence, or at least brought them to relevancy, right? Then hell yeah, he deserves some plaudits. You know what I mean? So I think shout out to Coach Prime at Colorado.
I think we can get these next 3 games. We got Utah. You know what I mean? I know they're them boys they got some size on them, but we've played teams with size. You feel what I'm saying? And we came out with a dub. You know what I mean? I mentioned the way it's Shedeur Sanders, the way he throw that ball, read defenses, get guys is getting open, and he's Travis Hunter. You know what I'm saying? They got Kansas after that, they're 3-6, and they got Oklahoma State, they're 3-7. I think we can get all these 3 last games and get to 10 wins in the regular season. You know what I'm saying? And if they get into the college football playoffs, hey, we shall see what unfolds. Depending on who we play, we shall see, bro. You just never know. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Shedeur's ready for the NFL right now. Right now, he's ready. All right, so let's transition to the National Basketball Association. You understand? My guy Joel Embiid from my Philadelphia 76ers is expected to return tonight against the New York Knicks. What are your expectations in his return, and who wins this game? Me personally, Jordan, my expectation is to see energy on the floor. I'm not expecting him to come out looking in mid-season form. I know you're going to have to get his legs up under him, whatever the case may be, but come out balling out. Do what you got to do. Let's not force nothing. Let's not try to, let me know. I got to show people. No. You don't got to do that. Just come out there, try to get some rhythm. You know what I mean? Try to get your legs up under you, shit like that, because whatever you was doing to ramp up in practice or whatever, that's not game. It's not game, so just come in. You know the offense is going to flow through him. Do what you've been doing. Make your shots. Make the play. Make the right plays. You know what I mean? Don't get too overwhelmed, because we are playing against the Knicks too. You feel what I'm saying? Let's not go out here trying to prove people wrong and shit like that. So, he has some comments, about the fans in Philly, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. But let's not I don't want that to be on his mind. You got to go out here and try to prove people wrong and get you off your game. I just want to see a nice game. I want to see flow. I want to see a different type of energy. I know guys is going to be glad that he back. So I just want to see the team come together and play better as a whole. I want to see that. I want to see, in my mind, okay, I know what we could be. Oh, okay. And then when Max come back in a few weeks, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to see. And it's not like, the New York Knicks, I mean, they 4-5. You know what I'm saying? I know it's only 9 games, but they're 4-5. And they got all their guys out there. You feel what I'm saying? So I think this is the game we can go out here and win tonight. And I'm expecting a victory in this first game back. Because really, at the end of the day, you can make a statement without doing extra shit. You can make a statement to let people know I'm ready. I'm already focused. I'm ready to play. So I just want to see, I want to see it, right now, early on. so we can go out here so I can say, you know what, I know we're going to be something. Especially when Max get back, I know what we could be. So that's where I'm at with that. And I got us winning this game tonight, like I said.
So what's the question, bro?
What is your expectations for Joel Embiid in his return, and who wins the game tonight?
Well, to be honest with you, because they have, I said one of the best, like, they have like the best team. I had them second, before the season, right? Mm-hmm. And they had I think they have great supporting cast and whatnot. So, with him coming back and with that supporting cast, I expect them to, to start making a run at this, you know what I'm saying? But, obviously him coming back, he's not going to be ramped up getting like 30-something minutes. Or maybe not. Maybe he is. You know what I mean? I don't know what the process is.
Right.
And I know he's not playing back-to-back, so he's not playing the next game against Cleveland. Correct? So
I just feel like that right there. Remember I said, if you got 2 games like this back-to-back, I feel like he going to play. And it ain't like we out here 2-7. We ain't 5-2. I'm gonna be pissed off if he don't play. And ain't nothing etched in stone with that back-to-back shit. Ain't nothing etched in stone. I'm gonna be pissed off. I'm gonna be real upset if he don't play against Cleveland. I'm gonna be real upset. I'm not bullshitting. I'm not bullshitting, bro.
Yeah, well, I'm just going off of what the reports were. Right?
I know.
So that's what the reports were. So if that's what it is, that's what I'm expecting.
Unless he limping, unless he go off the floor limping, if he leave off this floor tonight in one piece and he's walking fine, and we don't hear no reports in the middle of the night or that morning when we wake up, I'm expecting to see his ass on the floor against Cleveland. I don't give a damn. That's bullshit.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, I'm expecting them to at least – I wouldn't say I would expect them to get a win immediately because, one team has been playing with all of their players and has some type of cohesiveness than in Philadelphia at the very moment because this team, they're pretty much a new team. Have all those players coming, a whole bunch of players from different teams coming, great role players coming, and then now they're going to put him with – what's up?
I don't want to hear that shit.
I'm just telling you what my opinion is.
No. Them are complimentary guys. The double team will come. You knock down shots. You keep on moving. You fly around on defense. You get out in transition. Ain't nobody running the offense through Caleb Martin or Eric Gordon. Paul George, you will be out there, Paul George. You've been playing. If Joel Embiid is in a slump, then I need you to fill in the gaps.
He was on minutes restriction too.
I don't care. I don't care.
I mean, I know you don't care. I'm just telling you what it is. Like what
I'm with
happening.
you, but
so
I'm sick of it.
Like,
I'm ready to go.
Like, I know, because this is your team, and you know what I'm saying. But I'm just telling you what's happening, bro. If dudes are on minutes restriction, then that's fine. Certain minutes they can play.
That's fine.
You know what I mean? It just is what it is.
If he playing in the 30s, if he playing 30, 31, 32, 33 minutes, yeah. It's time to go. I want to see some shit.
Well, so I'm not expecting them to come out and just be firing on all cylinders. Especially, I don't know what his minutes restriction is like. Because if he's out of 25 minutes,
that's different.
Then I'm not going to be saying, okay, this will go out there and win the game.
Yeah, that's different though.
But say he's giving me 30 something minutes, then it'll be a bit different. But even then, remember, he hasn't played with this group. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? And it's the truth. As much as we want to act like if you're with a whole new team, and you come back, and then now they have to adjust to the new role again to what now that they have to get. I
just feel like they jump back into their regular role as a role player.
Remember this, but now their role player on different teams is different from being the player on this team. You know what I mean? Like this team, it might provide something to do something totally like Andre Drummond's not to play as much anymore, or that's what I say. Like he's not going to be getting he's averaging double this year. You feel what I'm saying? It's not so now that is not going to be there as much for whatever. Now he's going to come in and have to do a different job, or let's say a Kelly Oubre or whoever it may be. Caleb Martin. I think Caleb Martin does the same thing that he does. Like his normal role is going to be just playing defense, trying to hit the open shot, getting out in transition, and stuff like that.
Yeah, same thing with Oubre, same thing with Aaron Gordon.
Yeah. So Oubre has to be able to knock down shots. Yeah, what I'm saying? He's not going to get maybe as much shots as he did previously. Yeah. So now he's going to be out there.
But all I'm saying, Jordan, is when he down there working in the post. Because it's going to go through Joel Embiid. And they get that rock, they get them open looks, and they swinging it and shit like that. Man, we got to knock them shots down, bro. That's all I'm saying. They've been out here. You don't have to have no continuity to do that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a lot easier said than done. Like the rhythm, there's such thing as rhythm.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Like yeah, like there's a lot more than just okay, you get the ball and you shoot it, and you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be. Like say he's not getting as much shots, and then he just has to. It's not like he's a pure shooter. It's not like he's a friggin' Robinson.
Hey,
it's not like he's a.
We ain't listen. Understand? I hear you. I hear you, Jordan. But we ain't got time for that. We 2-7.
I mean, I'm with you. I'm just giving you my opinion on what I think. So that's why I don't think. Just depending on the minutes restriction on who's probably going to win. So I might have to take New York on this game.
I mean, yeah, but, if he 25 minutes, you know, I mean, that ain't, yeah, I mean, okay, that's different.
Because it's too, like this game, like I can't give a thing because if I know, okay, Joel Embiid's going to play, he's playing, then I'll be like, okay, I'm going to pick Philly. You feel what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
But because I don't know, it's hard for me to say, okay, I'm going to pick this or whatever the case may be. But so like I can't really give you who I think because I don't know what's going to happen.
Okay. That's cool.
In terms of the minutes.
That's cool. All right. So, well, we got a doubleheader on ESPN tonight. You understand? I'm sorry, TNT. Got a doubleheader on TNT. We got Klay Thompson. He going back to the Bay, baby. Going back to the Bay, to the Chase Center to face off against his former team, the Golden State Warriors. They are hot and smoking right now. What y'all, 8-2 right now? 8-2?
Yes, sir.
8-2, number 1, number 2 in the West, 3 in the West.
Number 2 in the West. Because the Thunder are 9-2.
Okay, number two in the West right now. Golden State Warriors is hot and smoking right now. You feel me? Who wins this game tonight?
Whoo! This is it. The thing is, I don't know what Dallas is going to do. You know what I'm saying? Because Klay Thompson said, you know, it's just a regular game on Tuesday or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what he said. But I'm just like, come on, bro.
Stop it.
This ain't a regular game.
It's not.
Like, stop. Bro. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. Like, I know Golden State's going to be like, listen, we are not letting this dude come on here and do what, you know what I'm saying? This cannot happen. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I got us winning this game. You feel what I'm saying? I got us winning this game. You know, we're deep, man. We're so deep. But
yeah.
So like I think that we will be able to wear them out. They're gonna have to go small. We just have athletes everywhere, bro. Like our depth is crazy. So if we just continue to put pressure on them, but our defense is really good. It's gonna be hard to double them because they do have some shooters out there. But I think obviously if we limit Luka, I think we can win. We just have to kind of limit Luka, and Andrew Wiggins is going to be on that right there. So you know, we got bodies. We got Andrew Wiggins, we got Kyle Anderson, we got Draymond Green, we got who else can guard Kuminga. So we got players out there that can do their job, right? And we have guys that can do their job on Kyrie as well. You feel what I'm saying? Like we have players out there, bro. So it's like we have a good team, and I expect us to win. It's gonna be an emotional night. It's gonna be real emotional night. So, yeah, I'm expecting a double-digit win. To be honest with you, I'm expecting a double-digit win, home game because we just had a long road trip, a successful road trip, 4-1. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, I got the Warriors winning the game. You know what I mean? Y'all, like you mentioned, y'all deep. Y'all got a bench. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean it's simple. I don't think it's gonna be, you know. It might be a dogfight early, you know what I mean, at first quarter, second quarter, but I think in the end, like you said, it's gonna weigh on them third, fourth quarter, you know what I mean. But this could also be one because no matter who you put on Luka, he got the ability to still get to the rim. It's what you got screens and stuff for. He's drawing fouls all the time. You know what I'm saying? He can pass the ball all over the court. If this is one of them games to where, you know, boys is just hitting shots they own, you know what I mean? Yeah, hell, I mean, they shit can go the opposite way. You know what I mean? But if it don't happen like that, y'all win this game. I think Luka, he gonna do what he do regardless. But in the end, it's not gonna be enough. That's my opinion. You feel me? So, Kyrie, I mean.
He went off.
He did. He really had 43 or something like that. He went off. But yeah, I mean, tonight he might give you 17. You feel me? And that's just not that ain't gonna be enough. You know what I mean? So he's capable of that. I mean, let's not act like he's not capable of doing that. You know what I mean? Giving you 13 and 12 and 9 points and shit. He will do that to you. You know what I mean? But I ain't trying to take a shot at him. I'm just giving you the facts. You know what I mean? But in the end, like I said, I think the Warriors would prevail. It's gonna be too heavy on the Dallas Mavericks, like I said. So Yeah, I got the Warriors winning this game. Yeah, in Klay Thompson's return to the Bay Area.
How much you think Klay's going to get? You think they're going to force feed him a bit?
I think they're going to try to get him going early. You want the ball to touch his hands. It's like a wide receiver. And when you shooter, it's like a wide receiver. Don't try to come to me, let me feel that ball early. Let me catch it early. Let me feel it. You know what I'm saying? And then, even when the third and fourth quarter come, I know what it feel like. Don't not get it to me. You feel me? And then third, fourth quarter, you want me to, come on. No, I need to feel that. So, I think they're going to play their game. He's going to get the ball. They're going to rotate the ball. Luka's going to orchestrate shit, so he's going to get touches. He's going to get I don't think you don't got to.
He knows the arena like no one's business, bro.
Yeah,
he knows the Nets.
You don't got to force feed Klay Thompson. It's going to be there. Luka's going to do that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't think you got to force feed him. I don't think
with their offense, they don't even really. You already know how their offense is. They strictly pick and roll. They look for the weak player, and then they when someone doubles or when they penetrate, they kick out, and then they get open threes, and that's how they play. Like Klay Thompson's role for that team. Like Klay Thompson's not doing the greatest over there at the moment. I don't think so.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken.
Right.
But like his role on that team is completely different from the role on the Warriors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Warriors, they run their system is for Steph and Klay. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And with the Dallas team, the system is Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving.
Mm-hmm.
And then Klay Thompson is just one of the spot-up shooters on the team that just gets paid $20-something million a year or $30 million a year, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's going to be different for him. It's just when I know that you're going to have to eventually double him, and when they penetrate and we help a lot. So when we're helping, and if Klay Thompson is open, you know what I mean? We know he can go 0 for 10.
Yeah.
Or or he can go, or he can go
the other way. Yeah.
It can go the other way. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
Yep. All right, so this is what we're gonna do though. I know we got the Jordan Webb's list, you know what I mean, for the NBA, but let's just wait until after the Warriors and the you want to do that? Wait till the Warriors and Mavs play. You know what I mean? Because you want to do that.
No, this is the week.
All right.
For the next week.
Okay, cool.
Next week, baby.
Cool. Let's do it then. So listen, we're gonna jump into the new segment. As I mentioned, Jordan's Web. This is now his top 5 teams in the NBA. Jordan, it's on you, my boy. Take it away.
All right, baby. Let's go. All right. So now, the NBA has been quite. To be honest with you, this week there's been a little bit of movement. There's been some movement, but you already know that the top teams have been kind of staying there and being somewhat consistent to some degree.
Yep.
But there has been some movement because teams have lost, and in the NBA when you're losing, but it's because there's so many games so quick back to back. Like you can move, but you're not gonna move like too far because then you can get a good win the next day, whatever the case may be, right? So
gotcha.
It's pretty up and down. All right, but we're gonna go straight into the top 5 of the NBA web list. And I got at 5, bro. I got OKC. At 5. They're 9-2. They're coming off of a couple of wins. You know what I mean? But they've also come off some losses as well, right? So they was undefeated until they've come back and had some losses. So they've dropped from 2 to 5, if I'm not mistaken. So you know what I'm saying? They've it's because they've had these tough losses. But they've also had some good wins. They just won yesterday against the Clippers. They beat Houston, but they've lost to Denver and Golden State, right? And it's a big, shout out to Chet Holmgren. I wish you, recovery. You know what I'm saying? They lost obviously a big opponent. They already have two of their next bigs out, so they don't have any bigs.
No.
So they're going to be playing these next few weeks with no bigs. They're going to be playing pure small ball, bro. So
speedy recovery.
Yeah. So it's going to be tough, but shout out to Chet, get well soon. At 4, we got Phoenix. At 4. They're 8-2. They are playing the most clutch games in the NBA so far. I think they're 7-0. I think they've not 7-0 actually. They're not 7-0, but I think they're not 7-0, but they've played the most clutch games in the league so far, and they've had some good wins. Right? They beat Dallas and beat Miami, but they lost to Sacramento during the week. So you know what I'm saying. I think they dropped. If I'm not mistaken, they might have dropped one spot, if I'm not mistaken. No, they went up one. They went up one spot. They went up one. They went up to 4 because obviously OKC, they lost a couple games, and Phoenix did not.
You had Phoenix at 4 last time, so they stayed at 4.
Oh, so they say no. Phoenix was at 5. Phoenix was at 5, so they went up 1. Yeah, Phoenix was at 5. Phoenix was at 5, so they went up 1. They went up 1. All right, so then now at 3, we got Boston. Now, Boston, you know what I'm saying, they got wins against Atlanta, Brooklyn, and Milwaukee. You know what I mean? But the thing is with them is they haven't really beat like a good team yet, or a team like over 500 type of thing. You know what I mean? But you know, they lost to Golden State, so if you know you're losing, you can't be losing to the team that is ahead of you. So that means when you have number 2 is Golden State Warriors. You know what I mean? They have the Golden State Warriors at number 2 at this very moment. You know, they beat OKC, they beat Boston, they beat Washington, but they lost to Cleveland. You know, the 5-game road trip, and they went 4-1. And they basically played the 3 best teams in the league and came out of that 2-1. That's a good road trip if you ask me. So now we got at 1, we got the Cavs. They undefeated still. You know what I'm saying? You know, they just beat Chicago. They beat Golden State. They beat New Orleans. They beat Brooklyn. I mean, the schedule isn't too crazy, but they're undefeated. So, you know, we can't really say much about them. You know, they play with bigs. They got Jarrett Allen. They got Mobley. You know what I'm saying? They have Garland playing well. They got Donovan Mitchell playing well. They got Okoro coming into the lineup. They play big. Their bigs can kind of match up sometimes. I would say Mobley, they can go small ball, and they put Mobley at the 5, and Mobley can run around, defend against small guards, and they also are shooting the lights out of the ball. Right? They look like a real good team, and it seems like with them, it seems like they're going back to the big basketball. They're not going to playing that small ball, right? They're big. You know what I'm saying? They have basically 2 centers in the lineup, right? So I don't know how that's going to continue to move. We're going to see like when teams do go small, like if they play a Boston or a team like that where they can play maybe a Porzingis at 5, and then they have like a Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, then they're going to have to kind of match that because those teams can spread them out. Or they're going to say, oh, we're going to stick to what we got, right? So I think Cleveland definitely playing the best right now. They're running the people out the gym. And Donovan Mitchell looking like, well, at this very moment, an MVP candidate. You know what I mean? So let's see what he continues to do. But that's my web list. And then on the honorable mention, I got at 6, I got the Denver Nuggets. They've been having some good wins as of late. You know what I mean? And they're on like a 5-game winning streak. So I wanted to put them in, but you can't really get ahead of those teams right now over there. I wanted to put them in, and it was a super debate. Like I was sitting there for like 20 to 25 minutes, just you know trying to go through my notes to see you know why should I put them in, or you know or why should I take out a OKC or a Phoenix, and I couldn't find a reason, so I got them at 6, baby. Talk to me.
No, the list is cool. On the only thing, so I know y'all beat Boston. Right, I know y'all beat Boston. That was 5 days. That was 5-6 days ago, and Boston has continued to win since then. And y'all have got slaughtered one time. So I think I think being that the way y'all lost, it was a 41-point lead at one point in time. You know what I mean? You got blown out of that game, even though you did beat Boston prior to that. Boston continued to win after that, and y'all got beat. So I would put Golden State at 3 and Boston at 2, but it ain't I'm good with everything else, you know what I mean? So, it ain't a huge argument, but that if I had a real argument, I would go with that right there. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I can't, because I did previously say when a team does beat a team, I think that because Golden State was going through a 5-game road trip.
That's fine.
You're definitely going to, have one of those games where you might stumble. But if you ask any team,
but we can't put road trip in there. That's part of the plan for basketball.
Yeah, well, I'm just giving you my, you said your piece on why. I'm telling you why I put them there, and I'm saying because they came off they're coming off of. So during this week of the web list, they had the toughest schedule, right? So they had 3 of the best teams in the league that they were playing, and they came out of that 2-1. They beat Boston, they beat OKC, and they lost to Cleveland. And I think that deserves a bump up. And they beat Boston, so Boston ain't gonna come in there and just jump them for me. You know what I mean? And so that's why I put Golden State ahead of them. But it's not too much of a difference. They're all similar record, all of them except for Cleveland. So you know what I'm saying? That's fluid. It's gonna be changing. Definitely is going to be changing because teams are going to start to lose. And
these the 4 and 5 Phoenix. Okay, see, I think they're going to drop because without having you already ain't got Hartenstein, and now you don't have Chet, and then you look at Phoenix. KD going to be out for a little while. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're going to take a dip. The Nuggets are going to hop up in there. You feel what I'm saying? So
yep.
Yeah, all right, that's cool.
But then after that, because everybody else is all like at 6-4, 6-5.
Yeah, it's gonna get interesting.
Just playing inconsistent basketball right now, so it's hard when you get after that. Like if it was a 10 list, it would have been a bit harder. But 5, it's a lot easier to kind of to do.
Yep, I'm with you, man. Well, I'm with you. I ain't got too much arguing about that. You know what I mean? But I can't wait to see. Yeah, okay, this NFL one. But yeah, I'm that had me a little ticked off a little bit, but it's all good though.
Next week, definitely things is changing next week, so we're gonna definitely see Wagwan
for sure. Well, we ain't gonna waste no more of y'all time. You understand what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, y'all. You know what it is for the viewers right now. We appreciate y'all. We thank y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Like, share, comment, do all of that. Keep listening. If you're listening right now on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, we appreciate y'all. Keep downloading for rock. Thank you for rocking with us as well. You feel me? So listen, my guy Jordan, you stay up to par, man, with that training and shit, man. I want to hear good things. You hear me, my boy? I want to hear good things, man. So listen, man, that's our show for the day, and we gone.
Under the lights, speaking of facts, double the price, yeah.